I just like the way it's going, and why I like that is, when people comes up here, you got one place to get a permit. Or do not, to come here and get a permit, but the inspector is one person for the whole county.
That's right.
And then there's no miscommunications. If somebody said, you've got it all centralized.
Exactly. You're dealing with the same person or same group of people for all of it. Yes. And the permittings for the county is probably fixing to go back to Caleb. It's probably gonna come out of the tax assessor. So it'll be right there.
And then that way too, we know we get some tax ideas too.
Well, we'll make sure, so my job is gonna be to make sure we collect all the permits and make sure everything's organized, and Caleb's gonna do that as well. We'll make sure everything gets turned into the tax assessor for the tax digest, yes. And any construction y'all see in the city, question it, just to be on the safe side, question it, that way we make sure everything's getting put on the digest, because we went out on 64 the other day, and I asked the chief, I said, hey, do they have a building permit? He's like, I don't think so. I thought, well, you might want to find out. So we're catching people building stuff, and people just don't know. They don't know that you're supposed to get a permit, but people need to get a permit before they start their building and their construction. Whether it's a carport, whether it's if you order a constructed carport, like a metal one, you're fine. But if you're gonna build one, or build an office, or build something, if you build anything or change the dimensions of your house, you're supposed to get a building permit before you can start the process. And a lot of people don't understand that. And they're doing it after the fact.
You probably need to put that in the picture at one time.
That's right there.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them, they just do it the whole way.
Well, that's what I said about that's what I said about the electrical that day. You don't wanna go, you have to be a certified electrician, a certified plumber, because what's gonna do is make people not come and get a permit.
That's right.
You put it on there, and that's, when the inspector goes, that's his job to make sure it's done right.
Exactly.
You know, if it ain't done right, hey, you got to redo this. And that just, you can push people away.
By trying to make them do it.
That's right. That's why I said that I think it works better.
Because
Because y'all will look at it anyway.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yes. Most of it.
But y'all do, we'll start this week.
Yes, sir.
The February 10th, Tuesday meeting, regular, meeting, we're gonna call it to order. I asked for Reverend Paul Thomas, good family friend, come and do the invocation tonight. He's my life family. His brother, my daddy was Uncle Shannon. That's how I do it. But I want to get Brother Paul to do the invocation tonight, if you will.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. We say good to everybody. We count it a great privilege and a pleasure to be able to come and do this. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes, sir.
Anytime we can be of service for you guys, just let us know.
Yes.
We'll do what we can. So we're gonna go, I'm not gonna go in all the details. We're gonna go before the throne of grace because the Lord tells us in his word, he said we ought to acknowledge him in all our ways. And he will direct our path. Trust in him with all our heart, lean not to your own understanding. All your ways acknowledge him, he will direct our path. So Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord, this hour today. We come with the spirit of gratitude. We are so grateful to you, Lord, for what you're about to do in this city, Lord, under the leadership, Lord, of these people that are in this room today, God. I pray, God, that you will strengthen every weak vessel, Lord, that's among us, and Lord, build up those, Lord, that have been torn down. Father, I pray for an increase in wisdom and knowledge. You said in James chapter 1, verse 1 through 5, you said, if any man lack wisdom, let us ask of God who giveth liberty. And Lord, we're asking you tonight, Lord, give us the wisdom and the knowledge that we need to be able, Lord, to do the things that you know that we need to be done in this city, Lord, in this meeting, God. I pray, God, that you will bless it. Every word that he said, Lord, everything be done, Lord, let it be done, Lord, to bring glory and honor to your name. And we're going to continue to give you all the praise. You deserve our praise. You deserve our worship. Father, we bless and we ask in your thanks. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Amen.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Amen.
I appreciate that, Brother Paul. Our pledge of allegiance, I want to start trying to use different veterans and stuff through the community, start getting different ones out. I want to do different preachers, pastors, like we used to do that, especially in the county, we used to do it here too, where every month have a different pastor come, you know, kind of get things going. I think that's just what it'd be a good thing to get the public, the citizens involved. But I want to give Sergeant Drake Westbury, he's from the U.S. Army. I want you to get the pledge.
pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, that was sweet. Good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Roll call now. Like I say, Miss Karen's out sick, so we got Jenny want to take her spot tonight here. Maybe you do. Do the roll call, please.
All right, we have Councilman Wade Carver.
Present.
Jerry.
Okay. Councilman Jared Fulmore. Councilman Michael Alexander.
Here.
Mayor Jason Joyner.
Here.
City Attorney Jerome Adams.
Here.
Councilman Tony Williams.
Here.
Councilman Michael Warner.
Here.
Okay. We got a quorum, we missing one, but we got a quorum, so. I reckon the first thing here, approval of the minutes. Everybody's rolled over, read over the minutes here. I can get a motion. We'll get the.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from last meeting.
I say it.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
They have unanimous vote in your meetings. Then we're gonna change things up to public comment. So we got public comment next. Anybody wants to make a public comment?
Yeah, I can save y'all some money on the dog catching.
Okay.
Y'all,
Danny's gonna be help anyway. I know Danny's going.
y'all, just buy me a silencer and a box of shells. You won't ever hear nothing. They'll just disappear. And don't tell nobody, cause then I'll be locked up.
Oh, we don't Too late.
That was all joke.
Yeah. He's the one that had the volunteer dog up here.
Get caught and better give you a party. Hey, so what's gonna happen if they do go missing, then they gonna come after me?
Any more?
No, I'm just glad to be here. I decided to make my way out tonight.
Thank you, man.
Man, you good to see you, man. I'm always
Good
good
to
to
see
see you.
y'all too.
You drove up here, thank you, man.
Do what?
I say, and you drove yourself up here.
Yes, I did.
Thank you, man.
Whether my kids want me to drive or not.
Well, Eugene was busy, because I asked him to come and do it.
Eugene has the flu.
And that's why he busy, that's why he was, I called him this morning, he didn't answer, and I texted him, he said,
He
man,
was
I got
sleeping.
plans, that's what he said, so he went that way.
Yeah, he's got the flu. He's got plans.
I reckon we'll move on to number 7, marriage update. Ain't nothing big, you know, I just asked the South Georgia Region Commission, got one of their council, which is the mayor or somebody I went to, the other day. We had a cleanup this past, Saturday. I think it went pretty well. We done right here at the city hall. Pastor Jamie there, he helped us a lot. There was a lot of people that came out and, cleaned up, done a few things, and got some more stuff we're gonna do. I think the next time we're gonna hit the library. I did go to Lowe's at the library and all, skimmed over. A lot of limbs need to be picked up, which I talked with the chief about getting some detail over there to pick some of that limbs and stuff up and kind of sweep and clean up the parking lot edge. They edged here, and we had a young man, Matthew Adams. He donated us some equipment. Donated us a blower, a weed eater, edger. What else was it, chief? Bunch of attachments. There was something else, but he done that. Had the string, gas, oil, and everything. Yeah, so yeah, and brand new. They brand new. So he donated that. It's over there at the police department. So when they need to go do something, they got the stuff to go do it. And I really thank Matthew for doing that. He didn't have to, but that Sapelo, he wanted it done and make sure everything was running, and everything was fully gassed on one piece. So I'm not gonna complain. So that was good. But we got a few more places. I think the next date is March the 14th. We're gonna do another cleanup. And like I said, I'd like to go there, maybe down around toward the senior citizens, somewhere in that area. I know I want to do one weekend, and it might be this one. I want to do the rec department. Do some stuff. There's a lot of some high school student parents, mama reached out to us and the ball teams and all, so they would like to do it because they would help with their stuff in the school doing community service, so they said they wouldn't mind going out helping us, and I thought we'd do that, they can go out there and kinda help pick up weed, eat, pick up stuff, and move it around, you know, kinda give them something to do, give them some community service for them, and plus it'll help us tremendously. The first Friday, we had Chick-fil-A here. I think it went very well. They sold out Chick-fil-A sandwiches pretty quick. Well,
Did you
Sean
miss
missed
one?
out, so I had to say Sean have missed out, but.
Up here,
You can't-
sold out a spicy sandwich.
And they run out of spicy completely, but they had to bring more regular ones over here. And then they sold all them.
Oh,
So that really was a blessing there. They done very good, and they said they wanna come back anytime we want them to come back. And so that was good to them, kinda good. We had a woman come from, Willacoochee. And, somebody bought the last chicken sandwich. I'm not gonna say who it is, but they kinda sat right in front of me. And the lady said, I drove all the way from Willacoochee to get a chicken sandwich, and they had sold out. So Jenny can't give her a sandwich. So she gave her hers. So the lady came up, that was good that somebody come all the way from Willacoochee to come here and get a sandwich. And that's what we want. We want to be welcome. That's why we want this community to be welcome, everybody right there. That's how you do things. I thought that was good. But, had a little meeting with Tyndall Enterprise, on the 6th. Went over a few things, our air treatment plant, and, I give them my idea what I thought.
You're not in the way.
Where I need to go, and they kinda give me the problem, you know. But we got a valve that's busted, or it's spinning, so they cut there you go. And that valve is about 7 or 8 foot up underground. Now, they gonna have to dig it up to see what's wrong, it might be a nut on it. You don't know what it is until you get there. But it needs to be fixed first, cause that way you can cut where the outside and the inside of there, you can cut it off. Only thing bad, and I'm gonna get with city limits on this too now, I'm gonna get their opinion on it also. But it's about a $60,000-$80,000 fix. But we got to get them arms, them skimpers, I got a skimper going, and they wanna get down and look and pump it out, which they did, I'm gonna get with somebody, boy, we got a hopper bar, not a hopper, but a dump truck about hauling some of that solids we got out there to the landfill, and we'll get with them and see if they give us a better price, cause they can use some of it for coverage out there. So they might give us a good deal on hauling it. But we gotta get it where we can pump one of the tanks out over there. You know how they do that burn on them bags, put in that bag and then drain out? We got to pump one of them tanks completely dry, so they can clean it out, make sure it's good, and then they can pump the water out of that center in the end. Yeah, and that's when I talked with somebody, and he acted like he might help us out. It's a local person trying to help us out. I told him to give me a price, how much, but he did say this, he said, I'll do some of it for free to help out, so, but I will get a price, I told him to give me a price, what he's gonna charge me per load, and all that, so I can bring it, everybody knows what's going on. And I'm gonna get with April, see what she charges. But if we can get that will never pump out, that we can pump the center in it, we can get it fixed and get it running. It would help our numbers. Our numbers is on the edge, they felling, they back and forth, they barely passing felling right now. So that's something we have to get fixed. Which I am working on some of the back bills. I'm gonna try to pay Tyndall their construction company. I'm gonna start paying on the rears, what the last bill was, I think it was in 22 was paid. We got several bills over from 22 to 23 past due. I'm gonna start paying them, and me and Mr. John talked, and like he said, good faith, I'm gonna try to pay you. He said, I'll try to help you. I mean, that's just how it is. You try to pay on the rears, and that's the only thing you can't do. It's a debt, you gotta pay. And, so I'm gonna start tackling that rear debt, cause it gotta be paid. You gotta pay it somewhere.
It was a piece of equipment out there we was talking about trying to sell. With them, they were supposed to be looking at trying to see who would buy it. Big old piece of equipment out there. Been out there for 20 years.
Yeah, that pressure.
Yeah, the press.
And the only thing bad, like he said, ain't nobody
using it.
Cause he said just it takes so much time. Cause I been talking with him about that. He said they don't mind trying to get it sold for us, but he said nobody uses it because the volume that you have to run through it, the manpower is, that's why them dry bits is so important. And the bags does a lot better, cause the bag, I think it's like $5,000 for a bag. It's like he said, once you can fill that bag for $5,000, you look at, ain't tell how much labor trying to run through the press, you know what I'm saying? It just, you know, I reckon on a small scale, you have small towns or something, it probably would work. There might be another use for it also.
Jackson, quit with your feet.
Also, we got all the signatures, they banks, we got all the bank accounts, we set up bank accounts for everything. Yeah, everybody has their own bank account, or they so run everything like that. Like Ray and them, they do it, a senior citizen, they have, or senior already had theirs, but instead of some other stuff, what we're doing now, we get a credit card. Well, I just there on bookkeeping. We get a credit card for each account, we get 5 different credit cards, so Rick, I have one, seniors have their own, police have their own, the water sewage have their own, the city hall have their own. And that way, when there's a charge, if it's for water sewage, it's gonna be on that card, so it's easier to put you, when you're doing your book work, you know where it's at, instead of having to go through a receipt, what it's wrote on, and stuff like that there. I'm still trying to find us a fuel card, but it is what it is, but hey, I'm gonna still try to work on that as much as I can, I mean, hey, one day we'll get it. But that, like I said, I think when we get the cards, that would help a lot with the bookkeeping. Like I mentioned earlier, had the USDA pre-bid meeting, on the 5th, was that Monday or Tuesday? Or what was it last week, Thursday, I can't remember what day it was, Wednesday last week?
When's your Thursday?
Tuesday or something. But then we had that, they got everything, it was a good crowd, it was packed out, and they said that was a good thing. Cause, I actually know, one of the boys that worked for a contractor in Savannah, they was coming, they normally don't drive this far. The work is not that good, so, but it can help on the price, and that's what the big thing about it, so when you got 6 or 7 different contractors bidding on it, you keep them more honest. They're gonna drop that price to try to get it once they really want to, and I think that'll be good on us, on the end of the price on bid.
You ever thought about trying to approach the county about fuel? You ever thought about it?
I haven't thought about it, but we can do it, but,
I don't know how much they pay, and if they would do it.
well, do they use fuel card or down there buying fuel and everything?
Down there.
Get a key, sir.
Yeah.
They use a card.
I really wouldn't mind putting a tank, which I give a car and you put a tank in the yard there, but I would want a camera on that.
Well, you got all right.
I'm just being honest, that's the only reason I don't want a fuel card. I ain't gonna lie, so, yeah, I can't. I can find out where who's charging, 'cause I think that's some of our, misuse stuff. But that is a good idea, but I'm gonna tell you what I have thought about too.
Even if it wasn't for,
If they might well let us use that, like say, run down there and put it.
yeah, just,
All we gotta do is get a key for each officer.
yeah.
We really would need about 6 or 7 keys.
But they would assign you a card with a number, and that card would say what that
Do
be.
y'all use a card down there now, or the
They
keys?
use a card.
Okay, usually use the
So you
keys.
stick the card in, and you punch in the mileage, and you punch in your number, and then you can activate the pump. And it keeps track of that. I think Nina gets a report every month, who's using what, so she knows how to budget out for that.
Yeah, I'll call Parker tomorrow about that. But that would be a thing. I don't like the signing receipts, and I don't mind it. I think our fuel bill has come down a good bit, and I'm glad of that. Especially we're gonna keep it up in the mileage sheets. And when you do that mileage sheet, a vehicle can't go from 20 miles a gallon to 5. Something ain't right, so, so I think that does sometimes, you gotta have that, I mean, I hate to say it, you gotta have check and balance on things. But I'll reach out to Parker about that, so that'd be a good idea. But get the USDA bid meeting, like I said, I think we're gonna get a good price for the bid. We're gonna be open bids at 10 o'clock Friday, February 19th, at 10 a.m. We open them here, City Hall. So, let's see what kind of price I'm hoping we get a good price. We're gonna have a city Easter egg roll this year, a little egg hunt up here at City Hall. We're gonna do it on the 21st. I know everybody usually got a busy schedule on Easter, and usually the week before some places has, so I'm gonna go a couple weeks ahead. And we're gonna have a little get together here, have a meeting. I think it'd be good for the community, people to come out, and hope people from Willacoochee, Axon, everywhere come. That's what we're here for. I think that'll kind of bring something positive to City Hall and the people, the citizens. Really wasn't no old business, I think we all took care of that last month. The new business, what I'm talking about, animal control, and I'll send that contract over, I'll email it y'all, and one of y'all so you can see it. Any comments on it, or well, we done discussed that. Yeah, we're gonna get with the county, let's see that. I think that'll be better.
If we could all get together and we can work as one collective group and throw one thing out, I think we would all.
Well, if we can do a couple grand, and we do it for a third, I don't mind doing a third. I mean, you get our cost $800, $850, and that's still better than $100. And I think that's a little bit more leverage too, because they know they got the whole deal.
Yeah, the whole county, the whole cities, it's a lot better.
Like I said, on the other end, you get a little leverage for it. We're checking on that, talking about the trash collection, pricing and increasing, we're gonna have to increase the trash, no matter what, we can discuss it, but, I reckon we can get together. I got some numbers wrote down, but I haven't got them in solid stone. I'll email y'all them there. If y'all get any numbers too, y'all think about it, tell me what y'all think. But we're gonna have to do it, we go, just like I say, at the end of the day, we're gonna have to pay them, then we got a truck to pay for, and trash cans to pay for, we can't get out of that. And like I say, either which way it goes, it ain't a good, this is the best way to go, but it ain't the.
It's the light at the end of the tunnel, we just gotta do what we gotta do.
Gotta deal with it. It's like, when you got a blowout, you can change it or ride on the rim. I don't wanna ride on the rim, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fantastic. If y'all want to, I'd like for all y'all to think of some, think of something. I'm gonna send y'all what I think, and email it to you. And y'all tell me what, give me some feedback. I mean, I know Wade gonna give us some feedback, but we need that feedback because, like I say, we got to get out of this bind because when we sell this truck, we got to pay that truck off. We got to go to the bank and get the money because we ain't got it, and we're gonna lose $50 grand. I mean, I hate to say it, you're gonna lose $50,000, but I look at it like this: you got 50 plus another 50. You already get 100,000, but 100,000 a whole lot cheaper. And then you still gonna have that 25. But say 125 is still a whole lot cheaper than the other. And the other really would bankrupt. It would bankrupt. We get out of it. I mean, we'd be watching you later on, kind of. With your head in the hole like an ostrich and your hands tied, you can't do much, and you're tied to a light pole, so you're kind of in a bad situation. But if anybody else ain't got nothing else to discuss on that, we could.
On the new business, it's just more of a question or discussion. King Street, Highway 82, I don't know how much dealing you have with our new bypass. If you ain't noticed, that road has been closed off completely. Yeah. It affects our response on our fire trucks. It's hurting the business right there on Railroad Street. I don't know why they closed it off.
Yeah,
We was using it for a while. Whenever they had the blockade up, we'd move it and we'd drive through it and we'd close it back up. But then they come and put all that dirt there, and I don't see the point in closing that road at all.
I'm gonna get with the state man down here, I'll get with you too. If you go to King where it gets to the bypass down there, they can put a drain out here, in that curve where it goes over. But water been puddling it up, so I called him. They trying to figure out what to do. They didn't, when their engineering plan, they didn't see it, but the water is standing there.
Yes.
And like I told him, I said, we got to put something there, but he got a drain, so they were trying to figure out what they can do, because you can't they too far along in the road to change that.
That's right.
So they gotta figure out some way, maybe put a drain, they might have to give a property owner running the drain across there, through their land up under, but that water is coming down that heat and they wasn't landing for, I don't know what it was. I mean, if you build it up, it's a local spot, and it is, and that water was standing in the road, so like I told them, that's a danger, you know what I mean? But I'll ask him about that, there.
Okay. And I meant to talk to you about that earlier, but it just come up.
You know, I'm glad, text me more than mine, and I'll call him tomorrow.
Okay.
He told me anything we have like that, I always reach out to him.
Yeah.
Is there anything else, we get the department heads? Yeah, by the way, too, I wanna say, I skipped.
So
I skipped
Okay.
him. I didn't know he was sick until he got here, but I did skip you. But all he was wanting to bring us and update us,
Only if there's questions. Other than that, the only thing I want to talk about was Chief's telephones. We do
okay.
have a
Well, I'll let you
solution for
talk when Chief gets through. He
Okay.
can tell us about his phone call. I think that'd be his good report there, so. Go ahead, Chief.
So from the police department, we're preparing to try to get moved back over to City Hall. The main thing is gonna be the logistics of moving everything across the road, you know. I think it'd be a good thing, it's gonna cut down on light bill, so it's gonna save us a little bit of money. As well as I'm a little too big to be crossing that road and get hit by a vehicle, I hate to tell somebody for this position. We still have several narcotics investigations going on. Some of them are starting to involve some outside agencies, which I think is always good. You get more help over here, more knowledge, more experience. We've gotten Janet Kay moved into the municipal clerk's office. She's been working on getting things forwarded for prosecution, getting court dispositions fixed. Working on getting our warrant system fixed, which is a big thing, because right now, we don't know if somebody has, called up here and paid a warrant and it didn't get taken out of the system. So we've been working on getting a better system of just everybody that needs to be notified of, warrant status, are gonna be notified. She's also been working on, getting some monthly payments out, from the citations that we were out every month. I think we totaled up at like $50,000 that we were behind on. And that's something that's required by state law. So never heard of anybody getting in trouble for it, but we do not need to be the first. We've been going out on the weekend and getting with folks for these little pop-up shops. The garage sales, some dude had like $100,000 worth of tools just laying out on the sidewalk. Be getting them educated on the peddler's permits and that whole process. Pretty much just involves how you need to go see somebody at City Hall and ask them about it. So we're still working on that because the same people don't always come every weekend, so sometimes you see different people. We're investigating a shots fired call that occurred on the 2nd of this month. 2 sets of shots were fired. The second one happened when one officer was on scene. 2 structures were hit during that. So we're hoping to be towards the end of that in the next day or 2. It's dangerous when you go shooting some of these neighborhoods right here where you got house after house after house. We are fixing to be doing a trial run with Axon. They've got a new AI translation software. Basically what it does is it recognizes over 500 languages. So if Mayor, if you come up and you were speaking a language that I didn't even know, I could hit a button. It will recognize that language and let me know what language it is, and then translate what you're saying in real time back to me or one of my officers. And then my officer can hit that same button, and it will then translate what he's saying in English into that language. And then it's all right there for your report, so you don't have to try to translate it back after the fact. We're also working on getting our new recruit, Drake Westbury, ready for the academy. Something this does is, with him being former military, the GI Bill, as well as some of the state laws and stuff that have changed, it's gonna save the city right at $6,000, and that's just for the training curriculum. That's not including the books, the supplies, notebooks, things like that. I think the only thing it's gonna entail for the city is the meal plan, which is right at $74 a week for the entirety of that training. But something else that he's agreed to do is sign an employment contract, which means for the entirety of that contract, he has to be employed with us. If not, all the training hours, all the time, all the pay, he's then responsible for paying back to us.
We're almost done.
He's agreed to do that. He's local. I think the last time we sent somebody local to the academy altogether, he stayed 8 years. I just think it's a good thing for the community to have somebody that knows the community and has ties here, as well as for the department for retention rates. You know, that's one thing we've struggled with. He's guaranteed for 3 years. You know, you want to introduce yourself, tell them a little about yourself.
How y'all doing this evening? My name is Drake Westbury. Like you said, I was in the military, just shy of 7 years, I think, and then got a little bit of experience under my belt overseas for a couple of years, and then moved back here, started working for myself once I got out in 2021, and then decided that I want to work for law enforcement in Pearson, so I with y'all and hopefully get back a little.
Thank you. And I always say this, he's been consistent. He came before I was, he's actually for a long time. Did he ever talk, you told me? But
Not right now.
The first day I was here, I don't think he came at the first or second day, but the chief said he came several times prior, but he comes, I will tell you.
Go sit with him.
You say now.
Just go sit by him. Go sit by him.
I'll tell you what, he's gonna be there Monday too, not late, he'll be there early, so he's very consistent, and that's what we need. He really wants to be a cop, and I think that's the thing.
No, I sent him out.
I'm sorry, y'all. He's been bad, but,
Just let him stay.
but I think it'd be a good thing.
It's like it ain't gonna hurt.
And,
It's the end of the meeting.
Mr. Lee, you wanna talk about the firewall, the police department, since we're talking about police department?
So, one of the things, first of all, I wanna know how we're gonna feed this guy on $75 a week.
I'm gonna tell you, I could do that.
Minus sausage.
Yeah, minus sausage and instant drink.
From the stone, like to plug them in. The answer is there is the little TP-Link router that's in his building is residential and it's old. It just doesn't work. So for $589, we can make all that go away. His phones will behave. And True Vista says they would then probably put in brand new phones for you once that's in there. One-time thing, in and out. Not asking you to vote tonight, but it's that simple.
We'll discuss it more, like I say, we'll talk about
Okay.
it. And actually too, they moving back, I told them it was up to them, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I will say this, the light bill over there, it's been running about 800 something. It don't make sense, I'm gonna say this is one of the greatest things you ever see. Upstairs is $800 something, but downstairs is 100 something. So whoever fixed that up over there got their wires crossed. They got A and B and C and D and stuff because downstairs they're only 800 something.
I like you.
Yeah, they got it mixed up. So, but anyway, the light bill run about $800 a month. And when you go back and look at it, trying to heat a big building with an electric heater, it struggles. So.
We told somebody that.
Yeah, I probably did,
I don't know why they wanted to go there.
but it wasn't cheap. I'd say it wasn't cheap. It was cheap.
It wasn't him, he wanted him, it wasn't him.
Yeah, they wanted to go over there.
Yeah.
Insisted.
What I want to do too, she mentioned this about evidence room and what we're talking about, and we can do it for a few $100. It's where you go in the bathroom. Back there's a door, you go like a hallway, and then you go to the left. One of them said they didn't want a bathroom, I think they need a bathroom. So my plan is to leave the bathroom, but I'm gonna take that door out. I got more, can't even look at it, but two of them. They could take the door out, the door frame, and move it to the outside, and then knock that wall out. And that way their evidence room will be that whole thing, they'll have much evidence room. And we did talk about maybe coming out with a petition and about 2 or 3 foot more and build a bigger square. But we can do it pretty reasonable with local people. But that way they have to see regular evidence, they put their safes, everything will be compliant like it should be. When you look at that, you'll see it. The rec department, they've been doing pretty good on, they had a little incident to Saturday with one of the coaches, and I've done talked with Ray about it.
Basketball?
Had basketball. But they've been doing pretty good. Sales, I mean, they've been turning his money in like he should every night. I would say Ray been doing that. He had a coach, with somebody in the stands was talking trash. And Ray said, now, we've already said, Ray said the boy got it honest. He said his mom used to be the same way he came on. So, Ray said he got it honest, cause he said he remember hearing his mama back in the day. So I can see that, but the coach finally got to the coach, and the coach done some gestures, and anyway, they called the game, they shut it down, nothing bad happened, but they cut it down before it happened. So I told him to make sure you got a little bit of a punish, because, you're supposed to be able to take that to a point, and, we addressed that, so that's the issue, address it, didn't get out of hand, so that's good. But, Public Works, they ain't here, actually, like I say, we got the City of Douglas come over, ESG, the City of Douglas come over here, do a lot of work with us, helping us, and actually, the, lift station, the Snapper's trailer, we've been renting a pump there for $20-something $100 a month, but it went down and they pumped it right. So I told him, I said, this, Mr. James, when he got us a pump, hard freight, a bigger one, $1,000 one, it'll pump a lot more. And I said, won't we hook this thing up here and see if it'll pump it? Well, they did, it's pumping. So you got a $1,000 bill that you own something compared to $2,700 a month that you never own. So we're gonna do that, and I think he's gonna get us another one to use when we need, so we done that, and, so the Public Works been doing a good job. I think for that. Next, senior citizen. Dawn?
Yes,
Give us a good report.
of course. Our Valentine party will be held this Thursday, February the 12th, and we'll crown a new Valentine king and queen that day. Also, the Adventist Community Services that brings our delivery of our pantry staple commodities will be coming to the senior center that day to bring commodities to the senior members. Bobby Grimes of Kelly Tours has donated 30 Kelly Tour t-shirts for us to sell at $10 a piece to raise money for the Senior Activity Fund. Councilman Cooley Joyner had contacted me, reached out to put on a barbecue chicken plate fundraiser for late March, early April, and we're working out details on that, but I thank him for all he does, as well as going above and beyond for the seniors. On Thursday, February 19th, that day might ring a bell. I heard you say it's your birthday. South Central Primary Care is doing a free health fair for the senior members that day. And also on January 27th, at the Family Connections collaboration meeting, I had met an EMT named Mr. Quinn Beltramo, and he heard me and the ladies talking about this health fair. And he reached out to me this week, and he wants to partner with us to come and give assistance, him and his EMTs, for the health fair. Mainly because we have so many seniors, and it'd be hard on South Central Primary Care to do everybody. We had 51 last Thursday and 46 today. It's just unreal. And so they're going to do a presentation along with assisting with the free health checks. On Monday, February the 23rd, will be the Senior Center's first day trip with Kelly Tours this year to Jacksonville, Florida. Shopping at the mall, and out they did a nice buffet. Now these trips are offered to the seniors, but they're optional. They're not mandatory, and they're not really affiliated with the senior center as far as liability goes. It's just we are a target market for them. And they come and present these trips, and the seniors voluntarily decide to go at their own expense if they want to. We have several signed up, and they're so excited. Also, I've received an invitation again this year for the second year in a row from the Middle Flint Council on Aging, inviting us to the senior picnic to be held in Americus, Georgia on Tuesday, May the 12th. Last year was our first year going, and we had a blast. Also, I received a phone call and messages from Miss Tasha Davis asking if I would host the Bible reading across the Georgia Marathon this year. Miss Tasha is the representative of that program for Atchison County. And if you aren't familiar with that, this is where every county across the entire state of Georgia is given a specific section of the Bible, And residents, pastors, people gather on 7/14 at 7:14 a.m. all over the state of Georgia to read our assigned scriptures. And I'm beyond honored to be able to take on this role this year, and we'll be inviting area churches, pastors, Pastor Paul Thomas. If you're not doing anything that day, we'd love for you to come.
Do that date again.
It's 7/14 at 7:14 a.m.
Okay.
I'll be, advertising that, to hopefully get a big crowd. We only had one pastor last year, Tasha said. I told her I would work with her and work really hard to get a lot of pastors in the area there, and churches represented from all over our county.
Is that the courthouse again, or?
No, we hosted the senior center last year, and they'll be there again this year. But last year she did it, this year she's turning it over again. So if anybody's interested in reading assignments, let me know. If you just want to come to take of the Spirit, come. And in closing, just want to say that material donations, attendance, unity, and joy is at an all-time high at the Pearson Senior Center. And for all these blessings, we give God all the credit, all praise, and all the glory. And on behalf of the seniors and the staff, I want to thank each one of y'all, the mayor and the council, for your support of our senior community as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you. And don't forget, I said I'd donate or
I did.
sponsor one person.
I didn't know if you wanted to stay anonymous, or did you mind if I said that? Okay, but if you don't mind, I won't forget, he's gonna
You
sponsor
can
a
keep
trip.
it between them numbers, but you just, like I say, I just don't forget that.
I won't forget, I'm letting them
Try to
know.
go to
the dentist today.
Somebody might wanna go.
They can't afford to go, that's a nice thing to do, I appreciate it. And they
I like
do.
going shopping.
He's milking
Jackson,
it.
but I just hate to have to drive and spend money.
It was a rough experience.
I'm doing it for cheap, but I do something. But the fire department.
Get up.
First off, I'd like to say to Mr. Westbury, thank you for your service, we appreciate it. I'd like to cover, in the city of Pearson, we ended up having 19 calls for the month of January. We had a lot of brush fires, you can see on
You can.
our
You pick
list.
up all your trash.
10 of the 19 were brush fires, so it's dry right now, a lot of people are still burning. Anyway, just, be mindful for citizens in here and anybody that you know that decides to burn. Just be prepared, don't let it get out, just be mindful of your burn. We also had our ISO audit on 1/26/26. The audit went really well. Ms. Pam come and we was able to give her all the information that she needed. Up to that point, she also had to have some hydrant tests, which we was able to complete a few days after she came, and just a couple other records that we had to send in. The county has to adopt the they have to adopt the NFPA 101 Fire and Life Safety Code for 2024, as we was operating off the 2018 edition. So they'll be adopting that tomorrow night, and then we can send that documentation, and we'll be completed with our audit. She said we look really good. Our training was tremendous this year. A lot of our other areas that we were deficient 4 years ago looked a lot better. So fingers crossed, we go from a 5.5x to a 4.4x. So the lower the number, the better the rate. So that was completed. We've had several long-term recovery meetings with Chief, Mayor Willacoochee and Mayor Pearson sat in on some of those. Basically, we're just throwing a bunch of stuff toward them. They're trying to get a lot of things together for us, hopefully help us with our grant funding in the future. We conducted a fire drill at Willacoochee Elementary, and I'm gonna just say this: Willacoochee is one of the only schools in our school system that calls us for fire drills. And Michelle Gurley, the principal there, she does a really good job with her students and her staff, and they always meet expectations, if not exceed them. So never hear anything from Pearson Elementary School, unfortunately. So calling out Jared Morris, he needs to give us a call next time. He does a fire drill. We'd love to see what his school's got.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all. Just holler at us. We'll come look at you, and I'd love to see. I know Michelle does hers about every month. She tries to be compliant with the state, and I know Jared probably does his too. He's busy. He just probably don't get an opportunity to call us. But we'd love to go see his students do his. And we also had Shaw Crest Academy. They completed their CO, and they completed their fire inspection from the state.
You can watch.
So they got their CO, and they
Hold it for mommy. You can't.
Don't let me get my hand. Don't let me get that. I wanna hold it. I wanna hold it.
Just hold it for mommy.
Oh. To hold it.
Two alarms.
I wanna hold it.
One was City Hall, and one of them was the school system, one night, they had a fire service.
To hold it.
So I figured that's two dollars that had a fire.
I wanna hold it. System the other day. He called me and told me he was gonna try it out on the, he was moving back over to the police side, and he said, hey, I'm gonna.
You're gonna get a spanking.
It worked, didn't it? It worked, and we were here real quick, and you don't know if it's on fire. That's right.
But I'm glad he was